Let's talk about a powerful river high up in the Tibetan mountains, the Yarlung Zangbo. It's a really important river for the people who live there. China has a big plan for this river. They want to build a huge dam, the biggest hydropower dam in the world. This project is enormous. It's meant to make a ton of electricity, 300 billion kilowatt-hours every year. That's even more than the giant Three Gorges Dam. This is a big part of China's plan to stop using so much stuff that pollutes the air. China uses a lot of things like coal and oil right now. This dam is a sign that they want to use cleaner energy. Building this dam shows everyone that China is serious about being more environmentally friendly. Everyone is watching to see if this project works. It could change how we use clean energy all over the world. This dam shows how China is trying to make things better and how advanced their technology is. It's a new time for clean energy, and the Yarlung Zangbo Dam is a great example of human cleverness and wanting a better future for our planet. It gives us hope in the fight against climate change.
This Yarlung Zangbo Dam isn't just a cool engineering project, it's a big deal. It's going to be built in a deep valley where the river drops a lot. Think about this. The river drops 2,000 meters in just 50 kilometers. That's where they're building this huge dam. Building this dam is really hard. They have to move the river and dig up tons of rocks and dirt, and it's going to be super expensive, about $137 billion. That's the most expensive building project in the world. This dam will be gigantic, way bigger and more powerful than any other dam. It's so big, it's hard to even imagine. It's going to change what the Tibetan plateau looks like forever. Building this dam is a huge job. They need the best technology and thousands of people working together. The dam's turbines will be amazing pieces of engineering. They'll take the river's power and turn it into electricity. This dam will change the area a lot. It will bring jobs and help this faraway part of China grow.
Doing big things sometimes has downsides, and the Yarlung Zangbo Dam is no different. How it affects the environment is a big worry. Rivers are super important for plants and animals, and building a dam can cause problems. One big worry is what will happen to the fish. Lots of fish swim up and down the river to lay their eggs. The dam will stop them, which could mean fewer fish and problems for other animals that eat them. The dam will also stop the dirt and sand that normally flows down the river. That dirt and sand is important for keeping the land good for growing food. Without it, the land might not be as good for farming.
The lake created by the dam will cover a lot of land, and people who live there might have to move. These people depend on the river, and it's part of their history and culture. Making them move could change their lives a lot and separate them from the land their families have lived on for a long time. Building the dam also makes people worry about earthquakes. The Himalayas have a lot of earthquakes. The heavy water in the lake behind the dam could put pressure on the cracks in the earth, which might cause more earthquakes. These worries show how hard it is to balance building new things with taking care of the environment.
The Yarlung Zangbo River doesn't just belong to China. It flows into other countries like India and Bangladesh, where it's called the Brahmaputra. The dam makes these countries worry about having enough water. India is especially worried. They think China might stop the river, which would cause water shortages for them. This would be bad for farms, businesses, and millions of people. The dam is causing arguments between countries. Even though they agreed to share information about the river, nobody really trusts each other. India is also worried about what the dam will do to the plants and animals in the Brahmaputra. Changes in how the river flows and how much dirt and sand it carries could hurt the fish and the whole river.
The Yarlung Zangbo Dam shows us that rivers don't stop at borders. Countries need to work together to make sure everyone has enough water. The whole world is watching. How China deals with these worries is important for how countries share rivers in the future.